So today I thought, what is better than one Fleekazoid reaction? Well, 3 Fleekazoid reactions in one. Yes, today I am going to react to all 3 of his Starfield videos. Let's go.
Starfield is doomed!
Oh yeah.
Give your family my condolences and tell your sister to stop calling me Pim because it is doomed. Doomed to be the greatest game of doomed to make Skyrim look like Skylanders. Doomed to make Fallout look like Wipeout. And doomed to lose a lot of money because they put it on Game Pass day 1. But doomed to make Doom look doomed. Think about it. Welcome to Flavor Town.
Doom look doom? No.
Tony Cucks out there complaining on Twitter all damn day, finding any reason to pick at this masterpiece just because Xbox has Starfield and your precious little PlayStation doesn't? What's the problem? I thought you liked watching your property get fucked. Think about it. This game is going to be the game of this century, and the hype is already there to match. You go anywhere and you hear the echoes of Starfield being rung far and wide. Even Post Malone is talking about it. How many times—
Wait, Post Malone was talking about Starfield? Damn.
have you heard people say Starfield in the last week? Exactly.
None. Well, just me talking about Starfield and reacting to Starfield videos.
Exactly. Remember that congressional hearing about those little intergalactic space fellows?
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, right. That was all just one giant PR stunt to get people thinking about Starfield. Think about it. You walk down a shady alley, Todd Howard is there.
You are pissing me off.
Open the fridge, Todd Howard is there. 2 a.m. cracking open your computer to blast one off.
You better mean a rocket,
Says Howard.
in Starfield.
Says Howard. So now let's talk about how this game is doomed to be the greatest game ever made. First, when I initially saw the Starfield gameplay, as someone that has known Todd Howard since birth, it looked like dog shit. Sorry, Pim. I call it like I see it. The gun—
Yep, and he was right.
play was stiff, the movement was stiff, the enemies were spongy, it looked bad. Then 3 months ago, they did the whole Starfield Direct where they showed even more gameplay after delaying for a whole year, and I was really worried until I saw that it still looks like shit. And I'm very happy to see that the combat still looks awful because that is a direct reference to Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim's shitty combat, which is
Yes, it's all just Easter eggs for the other ones.
lifelong supporter and owner of 12 copies of Skyrim. I just think it's a nice tip of the cap, alright? It just shows me that they care about the fans, the people. Second, I am incredibly hyped to see that the world looks at least 16 times larger than what we normally experience in Bethesda games, because if there's one complaint that I've always had, it's that the bugs Bethesda games are known for are always packed in way too closely. That's why people hated Fallout 76. It was too much of a good thing. We like to pace the bugs out like a fine meal. And I can't think of any better response than spreading all the bugs across an entire galaxy. Because think of just how many playthroughs it's gonna take to find each and every bug. Think about it. So your kids right goddamn now. Get ready to buy that collector's edition. Get that fancy watch so you can track the exact time that Todd Howard breaks your heart. Think about it. And speaking of extending
That would be a good use of that watch.
the playtime, I am ecstatic to hear that there are no cars or buggies or galactic golf carts to explore planets faster. Because I think
No, seriously, I can't believe Starfield dropped without a car. And also, speaking of that, in Skyrim, you get a horse, but it literally doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure the horse goes the same speed that you go when you're walking, and that's always pissed me off so much. Sorry.
those trivialize the authentic experience of that 1 hour slog through a wasteland, or in this case, a planet void of any civilization or life whatsoever.
Hell
Which,
yeah.
fantastic news, by the way, is going to be the vast majority of planets. So get those walking crocs on, Pim. This was God Howard's quote specifically. There are more than 1,000 planets, and about 10% of those planets have life on them. But it doesn't stop there.
Sorry, I think my dog's barking.
Because you see all those planets over there? Well, in 0% of them, you have bitches.
I can't. That's amazing.
Think about it. But the third thing that I'm most hyped for over anything is the RPG and overall immersive role-playing mechanics. In a post-Baldur's Gate 3 world after that game invented the bare fucking sim, many sodomites and furries are wondering if Starfield can quite reach that special spot inside of them like that bear did. And luckily for all of them, it will surpass that. Massive Rod Howard has personally coded in countless romantical encounters, boundless skill trees, and detailed character backgrounds that shape our character and how we interact with the world. All so that we can roleplay as the greatest man to ever live, Todd Howard. Eat it, Gandhi. Oh, that's right. You don't do that.
Oh my god, hold on.
Live, Todd.
Even he doesn't look good in his own character creator. Like, he looks better in real life. Like, hate to say it, this looks so weird. Like, why? This character creator sucks.
Howard, eat it, Gandhi. Oh, that's right, you don't do that. One more point for Honest Todd. You can't stop this man. Think about it. But speaking of gambling, now I gotta bring in one of my biggest disappointments with Starfield, which is my only disappointment, by the way, and that's the lack of a real money gotcha gambling system. How am I supposed to drop 1,000 real-life dollars gambling for big-budget waifus like my favorite streamer, Zach Rar, if they don't put gotcha mechanics in the game?
That's right.
I want to feel that high of dropping $100 to get loot crates full of women.
That's right.
Is that too much to ask for, Bethesda? After all we've been through together? Don't let this be just the way it is.
That's right.
Think about it. Now, to lighten the mood a bit, I gotta say the fan service never ends with old retard here. Check out this trailer right here.
And again,
Did you see that? Let me slow it down. There is no ultra-wide support, as is apparent by the massive black bars, and that is a direct reference to Fallout 4. You can't sneak that past me.
Just an Easter egg.
Classic Todd Howard.
Classic Todd Howard.
Classic Todd Howard. Now, in
Classic
other
Todd
news,
Howard.
let's talk about procedural generation. Daggerfall had it 27 years ago, and they never used it again because the world wasn't ready to have their minds blown. Now get ready, because... Nah, I'm too stupid to give a shit, but I do give a shit about these graphics. Gee willikers! I usually don't ever care about graphics, but when it's a Bethesda game, I do. These graphics are as beautiful as Todd Howard himself. The way the sun is sunny and the contrasting colors contrast, I'd say it puts the Sony cuck games to shame if I didn't know that they were into that. Next up, let's talk about some more Bethesda fan service. These character models all have that... I'm hiding two bodies in my chest freezer. Stare about them,
Yeah.
and by God,
Oh
if
my
that just
God.
isn't a direct reference to Fallout 3, I'd be shocked. This is fan service right here. Take notes, everybody else. Especially look at this guy. They did an incredible job animating this guy right here. I mean, it's indistinguishable from a real-life human. And I know many of you are probably going right now, oh, Fleekazoid, what about the budget cut issues? And to that I say, don't stray from the word of Todd. He doesn't like that.
Yeah,
Besides,
don't
you
do it.
already know, brother. All of this is a part of Todd's plan. Don't worry, the modders will come soon. And of course, finally...
But the modders, I don't know, did they ever come? I'm not sure.
Now let's talk about the ships. Because this is obviously a space game, you can fly ships, shoot ships, but more impressively, build ships with impressive detail.
Actually
Almost
does look
16
cool.
times the detail. Kind of like the most impressive Banjo-Kazooie game. So you fellas better watch out the sky up there, because I'm gonna make my cock rocket as soon as possible, then I'm gonna dock every last one of you dudes. Wait, hang on, Paul. Now time for some review predictions. Place your bets. I'm guessing the reviewers will quit their jobs and retire to the mountains of Antigua after they play this game, because they know no game after
Pretty
this
much.
will ever even have a shot of getting close to the masterpiece this game undoubtedly is. Now, as for some quotes I think we can expect out there come game day, I'm thinking IGN will say some corny shit like, reaching for the stars. GameSpot will say something like, did Starfield stick the landing? And Kotaku will say something like, wait, hang on, let me get into roll. Too many of the stars are white. As for my score, I'll say it right now, 12 out of 10. Don't listen to the naysayers. Todd Howard has never been involved in a bad game. Crank that hype train.
Never in his life. Fallout 76, what? Never heard of it.
Full speed ahead. Pre-order 20 copies, that's what I say. Because if you do that, you're gonna get the special Todd Howard telling you sweet little lies from the other room ASMR pre-order bonus, and you don't want to miss out on that. Here's a little taste to play us out.
16 times the detail. Sometimes it doesn't
16 times the detail. ASMR.
Back to the Cowboys. These NPCs are not scripted.
Oh my god.
You are pissing me off.
Who's laughing now?
Me.
Yes, I was in the chess club.
Now on to the next one.
During the mid to late 2000s, a brutal war was being fought between two factions, America and an enemy that came from foreign lands and struck us right here on our very own diabetic, supersized, freedom-loving soil. It was the most
shit.
devastating attack this country has ever seen. It rushed thousands
shit.
of young men to fight each other, and it sparked up a war that lasted forever, only for America to sloppily pull out in the end, fellas. Then the enemy would conclude and undo this forever war in mere moments. That enemy was the organization that we've all come to know as PlayStation, and that war was the console wars, baby. Pimps, I take a a week off and my favorite studio in the universe gets executed, then gamers engage in a short bus battle of the century over a game that shocked everyone by being exactly what everybody expected it would be. Christ, you can barely take a shit these days. But I think the most interesting thing about the release of Starfield is the resurgence of the console wars. You remember those, right? It was back when Sony fans tried to convince everyone else that Uncharted was infinitely better than playing Halo with the boys, all while they cried themselves to sleep. Right up until Xbox kamikazed all their long-running franchises into obscurity, didn't make any new games, canceled anyone that tried, and killed anyone who was capable, all while dancing in front of their fucking fabulous NSA spy device. Think about it. Whereas PlayStation just simply kept going. Also Nintendo. But I mean, come on. Go back to stroking your Wiimote and smashing your brothers, or whatever you people do. Anyways, flash forward to current gen, and you may have thought the wars were over, especially considering Philly Cheesesteak here threw in the bib and gave up on making games only about 2 months ago after being shocked that they found themselves at 3rd place in the console wars, forgetting that they actually had...
Yeah, like, I think he said a really, like, dumb quote that... people have like built up their library already on other consoles, and like that's why Xbox sucks. Like, that's not a direct quote, don't like quote me on that, but I think that was the gist of it. And it's like, no, it's because you need to actually make games, okay, like good ones that people want to play.
Had to make games to compete. Although, granted, PlayStation seems to be making plenty of money not making games either. But little did anyone know, including Fellatio here, that Starfield was coming out in mere months. And Christ, this intro's getting too goddamn long, so for the sake of it, flash forward to the game being out and shit is slinging like a goddamn zoo out here. PlayStation fans hate it and get caught on stream lying about it.
Do you think part of it is just the fact that she asked you to burn the bodies and shit, and it should be more of a choice
This
versus
fucking
she
guy
forces you to do it, and it's almost like...
Oh my god, I didn't know who he was until he got into some like beef with Vera Dark, and I think he was just like calling her all these names and saying she only get views because she's like hot. I was just like, you're such a sexist asshole. It's like people like this are like actually sexist.
Scripted at that point.
That's some of it.
I mean, that didn't happen at all in the game, so I'm assuming you haven't played it yet.
No, I swear to God.
And Xbox fans are guzzling God Howard's holy water. Never have I seen something so mid get so violated since Billy Boy Clinton was in office. By no means is Starfield an excellent game, as I'll tell you in a moment. But the number of PlayStation, I call them dick riders, but I know they prefer walking, that I've seen take 2 minutes out of their 20-minute walk along to sling false shit about a game, all to win some fictional console crusade, is the exact energy that we've been missing in gaming for the last decade. This has got the blood feud pumping. This is what gaming's all about. Don't let these...
Or you could just do what I've done and have both of the new consoles, but I actually don't want to play with either of them because I'm just like a PC gamer now.
Pussies tell you, oh, can't we be excited for both Spider-Man 2 and... what the fuck was that other game called? Right, Starfield? No! Pick a side and bleed! But with that being said, you know, it's really fitting that they brought Spider-Man to PlayStation. They probably knew their audience could relate to a protagonist without a father. Anyways, these Sony dickwalkers kept blowing the same talking points so far out of proportion that they missed the pile of actual insults right in front of them. Take this one common insult right here, for example. People keep saying the opening of Starfield is so boring that it makes them appreciate the absolutely electric opening of PlayStation exclusives. Let's check in with PlayStation to confirm that.
Riveting. Yeah, I'll be honest, I tried God of War a couple years ago and I just got like through a couple hours of it. Like it didn't like grip me in the way I thought it would. I thought it would because I do like all the Nordic stuff going on. I really like the setting, but I just couldn't get into this game.
And that's what I thought. Point for me, point taken away from PlayStation. And now another thing is, one guy said that there are no space powers in this game. That shit was in the trailer. Point for me, point taken away from PlayStation. Another talking point is that this is a menu screen simulator. If you find yourself in the menu screen for more time than you're actually playing the game, I'll refer you to the mighty words of retard. Don't be poor. Point for me, point taken away.
Also, a menu screen simulator? The Sims 4, okay? Like, there are so many menus and so many notifications. It's insane.
From PlayStation. Now, on the other side of this console war, you have the Xbox. How do you insult someone that has nothing? I'm honestly asking you. Yelling at Xbox is like yelling at a homeless man. What am I gonna do? insult Forza Horizon? Say people only like it because Rockstar Games stopped making the better franchise a decade ago? I would never. Besides, I've seen your showcase, and, you know, I'll be real. This is about as good as it's gonna get for you guys, alright? Savor it. Point for me, pie in the face for Bill Gates. Then you go over to Metacritic, the #1 shit-slinging supplier for validating opinions, and that's like the Iwo Jima of this new console war. You look at the negative reviews and find account after account review bombing Xbox and praising PlayStation.
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
account being the account that gave the very same game a 9 on PS5 and a 4 on Xbox, citing the DualSense controller being a real game changer. Well, shit, I guess Capcom
What?
really pulled.
Like, I think the Xbox controller is actually better. I'll say that.
One over on the PC players, then. To quote a great man, I bet they're so jealous. Stand up when you're talking out of your ass so I can hear you. And then you have this guy that gave Horizon Forbidden Razor a 10 out of 10.
Forbidden
Bad
Razor.
answer. And then you look on the flip side and you look at the positive reviews and you'll find a 10 out of 10 review stating, too bad the Sony fanboys are review bombing it. And then let's look at their review history and yep, that's what I thought. You know, I mean, now they are about 3 games away from being right, but that's not my goddamn point. Then we have the real psychopaths out there like this guy that gave Diablo 4 a 10 out of 10. Sickening. I mean, he didn't even review Starfield. I don't know if this guy ever even played it, but it's not really relevant to the return of the console wars at all. But, you know, still sickening. And then we've got the third faction out here that I haven't mentioned because I don't like talking about them, and they are the
Oh my God.
bear fucker. And to them I say, pipe down or back into the bear. The adults are talking. The only dice rolling out.
Stop. Baldur's Gate is actually a good game. You know what? Fleek should make a video about Baldur's Gate 3. That'd be amazing.
I do is hardcore gambling with my entire fortune on the line. Grow up, buddy. Anyways, with all this propaganda flying from both
God,
sides, it's
Howard.
hard to know what's real and what's somebody sitting on the shitter getting a good laugh out of pissing off the distinguished critical thinkers of Twitter. And I'm here to deliver the Todd's honest truth about Starfield. But before I get to that, compare that boring-ass survival game No Man's Sky to the action RPG Starfield one more fucking time, and I can send you to see just how many men are in the sky. Anyways, the Starfield review.
Damn, that looks like shit.
Who's laughing now?
It's perfect, Chimp. The old honest retard did it again. As I called it, it is the greatest game ever made.
No small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we
Oh
need
my
from
God.
It provides an experience that you simply cannot get anywhere else. Stop resisting!
Stop resisting!
God! He piloted the fucking ship with his hands bound behind his back. Incredible shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait a
He
minute.
was joshing!
Wait a
He was
minute.
joshing!
You can't kill him.
$1 bounty added. Wow.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
What
whoa.
the? Tell me where else you can witness this.
Something strange. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Or this.
Oh my God, that's what the fuck. See, like beneath the fucking floor. Damn.
There you are.
Or have a man levitate up into the air, forcing you to jump off of a cliff just to talk to him, shatter your legs on the way down, gain frostbite during the conversation, all while you look up to him fucking snapping your neck, and he's looking down at you through his chins.
My connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there.
Oh my God. That game
Or
was
whatever
fucked
this
up.
conversation right here is.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're just figuring this out.
No.
Oh
She's
my,
in trouble.
oh my
Wait, you
God.
hate each other?
Stop.
Or gut checking a friendly, then talking to them as they bend over in agony on the floor.
Yeah, she's
good.
fine.
Oh, no,
She's
all right.
fine.
Or randomly becoming wanted in New Atlantis numerous times because you forgot to pick up a mine you threw down during a faction mission, and it keeps misting local citizens like they're walking through an old Yugoslav minefield.
I'm sorry.
Stop resisting! Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! Starfield is the Sharknado of Bethesda games, and that was exactly what I knew I was buying. You buy it, you play it, you have fun, you forget about it. Remember Fallout 4? My point exactly. Side note, quit fucking traveling to empty planets, walking around on them, and then going, I'm bored. No shit, Sherlock! I think I might just go stare at a wall later and complain that God didn't put in enough activities. Did you really believe that all 1,000 planets that Honest Todd made were gonna be jumping with endless stories? That was marketing fodder. You're better than this. Half of the
Yeah,
fun
I
of
know.
Bethesda-
As soon as Todd said 1,000 planets, I think everyone was like, oh no, there's gonna be fuck all to do on all of these planets. I think that's the biggest problem, is there's like nothing to do with this game.
The game's just figuring out what they lied about. We've been doing this for 2 goddamn decades now. You people are talking like somebody that didn't run across the entire fucking empty desert map to get to the slot machine. But I've already said too much about this game, and I won't say any more until mod support comes to fix these horrendous budget cut issues. I will not buck the trend. I will continue the Starfield discourse where nobody actually talks about the goddamn game until my demands are met. And only then will I make my 20-minute detailed breakdown of this shit, because if I'm gonna get bossed around by a gaggle of scary broads, I'm gonna make damn sure I get something out of the cutscenes.
What is this game, just like the ultimate Karen simulator?
Of the nightmares. Thanks to the flock of pimps for bankrolling this video, and another huge thanks to all the pimperers for funding me during my Bethesda bug testing. Bye, pimps. Goddamn explosions.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Goddamn explosions.
Well, he was just sitting here.
All right, part 3.
Charted space is so expansive, so handcrafted. Oh, I love you, Todd Howard. Slippery little bastard. Let's take off that mask, shall we? Todd Howard. Yeah, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you stupid fans. You call yourself Bethesda fans? Starfield fans are the real Bethesda fans, because I'm gonna stop you right there. These Starfield fans, are they in the room with us now? Let me grab my Luigi board. I'm gonna try to make contact with them. Helldivers fans had to suffer for 6 months. Cyberpunk fans had to suffer for 2 years. But Bethesda fans have been suffering for the last 15 years. For the better part of the last 2 decades, Todd's been fucking Bethesda fans like a guard at Arkham Asylum. Just murdering that cluster thrice over. Have you ever wondered why that is? I'll tell you. In 2010, Obsidian made New Vegas, a game that many consider to be one of the greatest games of all time. Fans loved gunning down animals with a 50 caliber rifle while wearing a duster jacket and singing Big Iron, Big Iron. And of course by that I
Yes, I started playing New Vegas and I actually finally got it to work today, and it is like so good. I think I'm gonna make some content about it.
And they love the hookers, gambling, and blow. God knows I do.
That's why you don't play roulette.
But Obsidian didn't just make New Vegas. They made Todd Howard their bitch. People respected Todd's baby, but they loved Obsidian's baby, and Todd disliked that. Todd was disrespected by that. So Todd made a pledge to punish Bethesda fans for the rest of eternity. Todd would force the Bethesda fans to hype up every game he made, market it like it was gonna be even better than New Vegas, and then rug pull them on launch with their worst game yet. He would make the fans like Sisyphus pushing the BBW up the hill. Surely it would devastate them, Todd thought. Stomping all over him like that for decades, it would break any fan, he thought. But unfortunately, Bethesda fans are into that shit, because they were never in it for the games in the first place. They're in it for the hype train leading up to the release.
Oh my
They're
God,
freebasing
yes.
off that high of limitless possibility. They're getting off
Oh
on
my
the
God, so
foreplay.
true.
They don't even need to fuck. Better than New Vegas? Worse than New Vegas? Who gives a damn? Todd could schedule his next shit for November 11th, and Bethesda fans would start speculating on how big it'll be. The struggle towards the heights is enough to fill a Bethesda fan's heart. One must imagine Bethesda fans happy. Fuck you, Todd. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at history. Fans loved the deeper role-playing mechanics of New Vegas, so when fans heard about a Fallout 4, they thought, I wonder how much deeper these RPG mechanics can get. Then Todd said, deeper? How about shallower and fucking faster? Surely those crayon eaters are gonna be pissed, said Chess Club alumni Todd Howard. 10 out of 10, Todd never misses. But Todd, where the hell are all the role-playing mechanics? Why are all these characters so boring? Boring? Fuck you, you ungrateful prick. Now all the NPCs are gone. Oh, you don't mind? You put 1,000 hours into the game? Hop off my ethereal dick.
I just catch you having fun.
And with that, the only fan of Fallout 76 was extinguished. So now no one liked Fallout 76 at launch. It was so bad that even Bethesda fans had to admit it was bad. They talked about how horrible it was, how Todd was a liar, how they could never trust Bethesda ever again. Even Todd had to admit that
Sometimes It doesn't just work.
Listen, we messed up,
Fucking
people.
Todd.
We know we made an MMO where there's nothing to do. That being said,
And what really gets me about Fallout 76 is that people like pre-ordered those like nice looking canvas bags, and then they sent them a completely different canvas bag, and then they were like, sorry, the other one was too expensive, so we sent you this one instead, and I still cannot get over that. That was fucking crazy.
buy Starfield where there's nothing to do on thousands of maps. Gargle the slot pipe, consume the slot, you window lickers! Why are you all laughing right now? I'm not joking. And here's where the twist of fate comes. This is the first time where Bethesda fans got truly angry with Todd, not because of the shallower than ever RPG mechanics, the empty maps, or the removal of gore, but because they slightly improved the combat and gunplay. Their favorite game, Morrowind, critically acclaimed RPG, has the shittiest gameplay you've ever seen, and that's just the way Bethesda fans like it. So this betrayal caused an upheaval. People were burning their Todd jerseys, ripping down their Todd statues. But in the midst of the chaos, the good news for Todd was that this is the golden age of gaming for fuck-ups like him. Nowadays, every bad game gets a chance to become mediocre with just a couple years of updates. And if the anime's good enough, shit, you might just reach the coveted "the game has always been good" status where your fans.
Oh my god, yeah, I feel like that's how people view like Cyberpunk now. Like now that Cyberpunk is good, I think I literally saw like a thumbnail like recently that was like, it's always been good. I was like, oh, okay.
Voluntarily erase all the bad memories to make more room for hype. But in Bethesda's case, this is just a quarterly disappointment model. Bethesda fans ask for a car, you can have a car, but you can't have wheels. God damn it, can't have shit on the move.
Oh my god.
Ain't got no gas.
Managed to keep the wheels on your totally unmodded car. Well, now you can't leave, you dumb bitch. Say
Oh
3
my
Todd Marys and kiss
God.
your toddy pillow goodnight to enter Todd's cum dungeon below the map. Don't like the bullet sponges? We've added a bunch of difficulty sliders. Go ham. But if you think you know balancing better than Todd Emperor Todd, we're nerfing your XP generation. Want mods?
So
Have
annoying.
mods. God rest, brothers. Keep on fighting the good fight. But
least
don't
I got
forget to
those.
check out the $8 mod that adds a 20-minute mission. Fuck you, Todd.
Oh
Want a
my
reason to
god, wait. Are they seriously selling an $8 mod that adds a 20-minute mission? It's fucked up.
build a base? Sure, we'll let you craft ammo. Get those sweatshops up and running, you crazy
Oh
kid.
my
Just
God.
one little catch. The final ingredient can only be bought at Home Depot 7 at a time. So enjoy your 20 rounds of 45. Oh! Sun Yin's gonna get a 5-cent raise after that Coolidge performance. Stay there, I gotta go see if my Home Depot's got my doohickeys back in stock. I said get the fuck out of my way, I'm going to Home Depot. You asked for better maps, and you got them. The new maps are actually very nice. I've got nothing bad to say about this. Now, as for performance improvements, that is not why it's a better time to play. Todd, any thoughts on the performance issues? Stop being poor. Wow, get this broke bitch out
Oh
of
my
Todd's
God.
sight. What GPU did he have? A 3080. Ah, okay. Oh, you want a nice big DLC like Far Harbor? Okay, you freak. I'm more of an Operation Anchorage man, but you know what? Massive Rod Howard's got a gift for you. Go ahead, open it. What do you think? There's nothing in there. It's just another empty map. No. There's handcrafted nothing in there. That is a
Oh.
handcrafted empty map. The
Oh,
shit
no.
space DLC
It's
is a
very
bread
different.
sandwich. It starts fine, it ends fine, but there's nothing in the middle. And an hour after you've eaten it, it feels like you haven't eaten anything at all. With
God
the added
damn.
bonus of being $30 poor.
Oh
It's
my
late
God.
stage horse armor, except people wanted to buy the horse armor. Half the people that own this DLC from the deluxe edition don't even know it came out. My favorite new mechanic from this DLC's marketing.
Yeah, at least
because-
with the horse armor. I mean, that looked cool. It's not, I don't know. I feel like the horse armor might be like a better value than this DLC because it's like, you know, you get to look cool. But like this, you get to run around an empty map that looks like shit.
Because of course they didn't bother to add any to the game, is Bethesda's marketing this as handcrafted. You watch the trailer and they say
completely handcrafted world.
Then cut
What do
to-
you mean? Aren't they all handcrafted? Oh, wait. Because some of them were procedurally generated. Oh, I got it. Because, like, some of the planets were procedurally generated. I think that's why they had to keep being like, oh, this is handcrafted. Like, we didn't just, like, shit this one out. Like, we actually did it. I see why they keep having to say that.
someone using their hand to craft. Like this chick showing up for work is some ancient Miyagi-Do technique or some shit. The reality is they're selling Bethesda fans their fat assets back. We had handcrafted, they took it away, and now they're selling it back at a premium. Now is it premium? Hell no! Why is he twiddling his little toes? Is it aggressive AI? He's literally twiddling his fucking feet. Let's get into it. The planet's on its period, so everything's blazing red all the goddamn time, stealing Blood Dragon's entire heavy flow. The city's like the LP version of New Atlantis, still lacking any modicum of personality. The side quests are boring as hell, and all the RPG mechanics got left behind in New Vegas. Not to mention the story's 5 hours long. That guy's toupee almost flew off, and 3 of those hours are filler. Most of the new weapons are actually reskins. There's no new ship parts, no new companions. I forgot to say anything about the characters because none of them are even mildly remarkable. People are gonna be wishing that Oliver was here begging to be shot. Actually, I take that back. This guy told me to shoot his son for going on vacation. Tough but fair. And Bethesda meat riders keep saying that there's a ton of side content, but my brothers in Todd, where's the fuck may that be? Under this chick's dick, I'm lost. Who is even the Great Serpent? Is she packing the Great Serpent? Do I have it? Also, I've gotten used to our decisions not mattering, but your decisions have hit an all-time low of not mattering at all in the grand finale of this DLC. No. Check this out. Spoiler alert, the game ends and they give you 2 choices. Fight the man or help the man. Help the man and he'll tell you to go sacrifice yourself, which triggers a game over screen, so you really only have one option. Fight the man. Then once you fight the man and his pawns, you get to decide which house rules the world, which only changes who gets pissy about your choice. Don't expect any unique rewards, widespread consequences, character deaths, or any feeling that any of this matters outside of you pissing off one of the 3 lobotomites in this room. And they go, hey, while you're at it, as long as you're deciding shit, holy war on the Gentile planets, yay or nay? Say nay, and they go, fair enough, you get an apartment, go take a nap. Say yay, and they go, all right, we'll go start a holy war, but you go start the holy snore, buddy. You go take a nap.
All right, now who's gonna make these uniforms? You go, boss?
Do what I do and tell them all to go to hell, and they'll calmly state, get the fuck off our $30 planet. But here's the key to an apartment. Still go take a nap before you do. Why the fuck is the Space Crusade a random decision on the end? That should have been the whole DLC.
That sounds like a way better idea.
All around this DLC is $30 to go visit the cum station. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't like it? Todd doesn't give a fuck. He's got Fallout shelter money thrice over. He's living somewhere tropical, jerking off on Versace sofas. He's off getting lost in the 4,000 square foot of his 10,000 square foot Scarface mansion. And I almost had hope that they were gonna turn things around. And then I came across an Elder Scrolls Blades listing on the App Store and realized Bethesda's too busy getting caviar licked off their bowls to realize what fans actually want from their games. But we still love Todd, and I know that one day he will bring us back to a new level of prosperity.
On that note then, what have you been playing lately? Have you been, what's been inspiring you lately?
Let's see. I do jump a lot lately between Diablo 4, depending on my mood.
We're doomed, everyone! Back up, please! Take me back! Take me back! Take me back! Take me back!
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
You're finally woke.
You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us. And that thief over there.
Phantom, you stormcucks. Skibidi was fine until you rizzed along.